An arrow sails out from the cold snow blowing around all of you. You see the arrows, and Thrak suddenly takes off into the white of the blizzard that begins to descend down upon all of you. More arrows sail towards Leoric. On the ridge, the small ridge around you, shape of goblins with bows pointed at all of you.
Okay, Garrett, are you...
Ariel! Moonbrook! She's up on the cliff. She's fighting those other goblins.
Right. Are you all right? Are you both okay? Any wounds?
Perilou, are you fine?
I think so. There were a few arrows that came close, but nothing hurt me.
Let's head down to the others.
Garrett, do you know which way they went?
I didn't get much of a good look. I'm sorry. I think I saw Cheppy on Thrak going that way.
I think I saw Thrak and the dogs run off with both of them, but I don't know where.
We're gonna lose their track. It's already gone.
They were your enemies.
Killing them helped me protect my friends. They attacked us. It was the only thing. It was exactly how it was supposed to be.
And you earned glory on this day.
I think once this blizzard passes, we have to find Cheppy and Leoric and go after them.
You do realize that's very hard to do.
There are whispers on the wind.
Well, what do we do now? What are we supposed to do now?
We've got to do what we can to survive.
And that means what to you?
We've got to do whatever it takes. We can't give in. Just a little bit further.
And who's next?
Watch for anything that could harm these people. Maybe not quite friends yet. Because you know what happens to friends.
They all go away.
I'm ready. Yes.
All right. Okay. All right, so you're going to drive the sled. They went... Rhey, I think they went northwest. I don't know what's out there. I'm not from here. Do you know what's northwest from here?
Was Tourmaline.
You didn't get yelled at.
Actually not as bad as I expected.
It's interesting.
Yeah, you know what? That is interesting.
So, will this person kill you? Hang your head on the wall? Which one?
I don't know. His name is Celadash, and you have to understand he's not the sort of guy you cross. It's just I was in a it was just too good. It was too easy, and
What is he? Who is he? Is he an orc?
No, he's just a man. He's just the worst kind of man.
If you attempt to steal while you're in trouble...
I haven't, look, since I've known you guys, I haven't stolen a thing. I have had so many opportunities. You have no idea, and I haven't touched any of your stuff. Do you know how easy? You guys just leave stuff out. I could just grab it whenever I wanted to. Do you understand that? What?
Can you get into locks?
Can I get into locks?
Yes.
I mean,
Lock
if I
the
needed to,
doors.
sure. And I grab my staff, plant it in the ground, and you see an orange and white glow start to wrap around from the staff to me. And I'm just going to be a nice little cute orange tabby.
We rewind in time a little bit. While the group was unable to find Chempy and Leoric, and the blizzard was raging on. Chempy and Leoric were lost in the snow and the white. Wind blowing from all directions. Cheppy, you thought you heard Leoric's voice maybe a minute or two ago. But Thrak is panicking and has you on his back.
Thrak, it's okay. Chubby and Frog is gonna. Oh, it's so. Leoric! Leoric! Chubby can't see anything. It's okay, Thrak. Oh, Froggy! Leoric! Do you hear him, Thrak? Where is he? Chubby can't see anything. It's so bright.
I'm gonna hold on to Thrak's neck with my arm as Cheppy's just trying to look around, and she's clutching Frog as close as she can.
Thrak, it's okay. Cheppy is safe with you. Cheppy will keep you safe. I hope Frog will keep you safe if anything. Leoric! Frog, what do we do? What do we do? How are we gonna get out of this? Chubby's not meant for the cold. Chubby doesn't do good in the cold.
She's gonna try to look around and see what she can see.
You see nothing but white snow and white terrain and tundra. I'd like you to please make a perception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
As Thrak runs through the snow at full speed, you are barely hanging on. I'd like you to make an animal handling check, please.
Thrak, Chubby's gonna fall off.
It's actually a natural 20 on the animal handling check. You hang on
Thrak.
as you somehow are able to get Thrak under control. You look down and you see that there is an arrow stuck in the flank of Thrak.
Chubby and Frog. Chubby doesn't know how to take arrows out of butts. What does Chubby do? Do I push it in? Does Chubby push it out? Thrak, what should I do? Chubby's never taken arrows out of a butt before.
Cheppy just holds Frog up and looks at him, kind of hoping for some guidance.
Make a religion check for me. That's a 14, unless you have exhaustion right now.
I don't have exhaustion, but I didn't know if it was still gonna be
It's just a regular one.
regular one. Okay.
So, Frog just looks back at you.
Yeah, you wise guy. You never have anything to say when it matters. Chubby needs to figure this out.
Is there any trees around? Is there like a cluster of trees? Can I see anything that might look like some cover?
There's a lot of snow drifts and things around you. You can see that there are some like lumps that you might be able to see some rock underneath some snow.
All right, Chepian is going to try.
There's no like overhang or anything along those lines.
One of the drifts, Cheppy's going to try her best to like coax Thrak into heading over to one of the drifts.
You're able to do so. Thrak, moving along the snow, you can see that like whatever was going on with the wound, it's actually so cold that there's no blood that's falling to the ground. It's just kind of frozen there.
Oh, God. It's okay, Thrak. Chubby's gonna do her best to make your butt feel better.
I'm gonna try and get off of Thrak and then kind of lead him as close to the overhang as possible with the drift.
So, you walk over to the snow drifts. But again, there's not really any overhang. You walk close to the rock, and Thrak is kind of moving over there. He's cooperating, but you can see that Thrak is obviously still sort of really upset about the whole arrow in the flank thing, and he's sort of looking around wildly, looking for danger.
It's okay. Chubby and Frog are gonna make you better. Then we're gonna find Leoric. And then Leoric can give you all the kisses that you need to make you feel better. Chubby's just gonna be the nurse and Leoric can be the doctor. Or the healer. We'll see what happens, hopefully.
She's gonna step down and she's going to rub her hand along his face.
It's okay. Chubby will watch you now. You can go to sleep.
And as her hand is rubbing, she's going to cast Sleep on Thrak.
Go ahead and make your roll for the spell. Cast it at a higher level.
Everything gets cast at level 2 now as a warlock.
Okay, so for 43 hit points on your sleep, you see Thrak's eyes start to close, and he just sort of collapses.
Cheppy's going to take Frog, and she's just going to give him a little peck.
It's okay. I'm gonna keep you warm too.
And she's going to stuff him into her butt fur. And then she's going to look down at Thrak, and she's just going to lay him in a comfortable position and snap her fingers, and a big bonfire is going to appear next to her and Thrak, and she's going to walk over to his little bum, and she's going to start inspecting where the arrow went in.
Please make a Constitution save for me. So, it's significantly colder than it was before the blizzard started. You're having a lot of difficulty staying warm. Even with the bonfire that's being put down, the wind is blowing so strongly that you can barely feel the bonfire. The fire is getting sort of blown all around, all over the place, and there's almost no cover. You have a rock that's sort of maybe up to your knee that's nearby, but everything else is just white and whipping around with snow. You're going to take one level of exhaustion as the cold seeps into your bones.
It's so cold, Frog. Chubby's freezing.
She's still gonna try to go over and inspect Thrak's bum.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Disadvantage?
Regular. Well, you have exhaustion, so yes. You don't really know very much about this creature's anatomy, and the only thing you can really see is that the arrows in there, the blood isn't really dripping. There might be like a tiny bit that kind of gets rubbed off as Thrak hit the ground, but otherwise you're not really sure what's going on and how injured Thrak is.
Chubby doesn't really know what to do. It looks like an arrow in the butt. Oh god, Thrak. Chubby doesn't know how to fix arrows in the butt. Chubby will try something. She saw it in a play. There's a lot of... You don't care about this in your sleep.
Chubby's gonna try and take a dagger, and she's going to try and like cut the end of the arrow off, like the rest of the shaft.
Okay. Give me a survival check. You do so without any issues. Doesn't seem to cause any further injury as far as you can tell.
She's gonna throw that into the fire. The piece that's left over. She's just gonna chuck it in, hope that it works. And she's going to... Does Thrak have... I can't remember. Does he have, like, wings?
Yeah. Like a big ostrich.
Okay. Cheppy's going to, like, lift up one of his wings, and she's going to, like, get in under it and lay it over her and Frog like a blanket. And then she's going to try and put the fire right in front of her. And then...
Frog, Chubby might have an idea, but I'm going to need your help.
And she messes around and like lifts into her butt, and she finally pulls him out after finding him.
I need you to croak as loud as you can, because Chubby's gonna try to get everybody's attention. We can do it together. Chubby will also be a frog, and maybe somebody will hear us before we freeze to death.
So Chubby is going to put Frog on her head.
Chubby has the best musical instrument in the world, and she's a master.
And she's gonna root around into her pants, well, her fur pants, and she is going to rip out and look at and show Frog her frog gyro. Is that how it's pronounced?
I have no idea what you're trying to say, so I don't know.
It is a small wooden frog with little bumps down its back, and she pulls from its mouth a little stick, and she starts to move it down its spine.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
And the harder she presses on it, the louder it gets. And she's just going to snuggle in and hold it out. And she's just going to, hopefully, with the serenade and love of Frog, continue just making these sounds into the snowstorm while trying to stay warm.
Make a performance check for me.
I'm going to use a point of inspiration.
Okay, you can turn off your inspiration and go ahead and roll performance with advantage. Just roll it again because never mind. You had
I had exhaustion, so it's just normal.
So you begin to play on your instrument, hoping for someone to hear you.
Is Frog joining me in the chorus?
Frog, you're supposed to join Cheppy. This is the song of your people.
Frog is not moving very much.
Cheppy's gonna take him down, and she's just gonna like take a break from the frog and And then she's going to just stuff him in her pants again. Her fur butt.
You saw Frog begin to move again as you sort of tried to blow some warmth towards him. You try to make him warmer.
How's he looking after Cheppy tried to warm him up with her breath?
He was moving around.
Is he looking a little greener, like a little good? He's not so blue?
Hard to say. Make a medicine check. Disadvantage. I think you'll be okay as long as you keep him warm, but out in the blizzard, it's not going to be good.
Okay.
So you
Cheppy's
continue
gonna sit
playing your
here.
music. Sort of ribbit-like sound. I think after a few minutes of doing this, you realize the sound of the wind and the blizzard is simply too loud. The instrument probably won't be heard much further than a few feet away.
Chubby really needs a miracle right now.
She's going to put the frog back into her fur, and she's going to put her hands up to her mouth.
Chewinga! Chewinga! Chewinga!
And she's going to, not at the top of her lungs in fear of a avalanche, she's going to see if she can get the help of some friends.
Chewinga! Chewinga! Chewinga!
There's no response. See, just a white, empty expanse. You think maybe that you and Thrak were running at least for 10 minutes or so before you were able to get him under control. Last time you heard Leoric was probably a little bit like after that.
Cheppy is going to start giving Thrak a little shake, trying to get him up from his slumber now.
It's
trying
not
to wake him
hard.
up.
Thrak awakes with a start, sort of looks around and jumps to his feet.
Cheppy's going to rub him and
Chubby's here. It's okay. Thrak, Chubby needs to know something. Home. Do you know where home is, Thrak?
and she's gonna look at him and just hope that she can have some sign. Maybe he might be able to get back home, or maybe he thinks Leoric is home and he might be able to find somebody to bring us to them.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check. I think that Thrak sort of looks at you, does that thing that dogs do where they sort of turn their head at an angle, and looks confused.
Leoric? Do you know where Leoric is? Can you smell? Chubby doesn't know how to talk to animals. Chubby's not Rhey to it. She's not cool like that. Chubby's really got not much but a fire and a frog.
Thrak sort of settles back down in the snow and tries to make himself as small as possible in the snow next to the rock.
Am I able to see Calvin's cairn anywhere? Like, am I able to see like the looming mountain in the background?
Perception check with disadvantage. No.
Okay.
Chubby's so sorry to do this, Thrak. Chubby really doesn't want to have to, but it might be our only bet.
Chubby's gonna rub her hand over Thrak's neck, and she's going to cast Hex on him. And she is going to make the save that he would fail or pass be Wisdom. And I can click on this. Oh, it's not supposed to do damage, just to cast it.
You do it from the spells page, it will spam the text.
Ah, thank you. Oh. Well, she is then going to walk in front of him, and she's going to lay her hands on the side of his face, and she's going to lay her forehead to his. She's going to cast Suggestion.
Thrak, Chubby really needs you to find our friends. You're our last hope. Chubby tried to help your bum. I can try to help you stay warm, but we're gonna die out here by ourselves with Frog if we can't figure something out, so please find home or friends.
Thrak has to make a Wisdom save.
When you cast Suggestion, it's against a creature that you can see within range that can hear and understand you.
He can't understand me. Well, Chubby doesn't know her magic, so she thinks it's happening anyways. So, Chubby's going to take her hands away from Thrak, and she's going to go onto his back, and she's going to sit down, and she's just going to hold onto his neck as hard as she can and see what he does.
Thrak positions himself to try and provide you some warmth.
Thank you, Thrak.
Puts a
We'll try to
wing up.
make it. Jebu will try her best to keep you warm.
She's going to concentrate on Bonfire and try to keep that up as long as she can.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please. You keep the bonfire going as long as you can, which is a pretty long time. Your head is throbbing with pain as the constant concentration on the spell taxes you. You hold it for 2 hours. And the blizzard is relentless. It's continuous. Icewind Dale is a harsh place.
Jebby really hopes her friends can find her.
And as a last resort, just laying on the ground or with Thrak and Frog, she's going to lift her hand up and she's going to start casting Eldritch Blast into the sky as often as she can while trying to conserve some energy. This pounding headache just every movement, every blast that she hears just feels like daggers in her mind. But she wants to save Thrak, she wants to save Frog and herself. So she's gonna lie there, huddled as close as she can with Thrak, and she's just gonna send out these beacons and hope that somebody sees her.
The camera zooms out, and we see eldritch blasts being cast into the sky. And as the camera fades and zooms out, we see the image of Chappie and Thrak shrinking in the distance. We see the cold winds and snow muffling the sight of these eldritch blasts. We fast forward in time. To a different place. A very different sight. The rest of the group had made it to Tourmaline. A very beautiful place. We see Tarael, Rhey, Moonbrook, and Nissa. Nissa's pack seems to be moving around as a cat-like version of Rhey has been moving about inside.
Stop wiggling. Stop it.
Can he breathe in there? Is he?
He can yell, so I'm sure he can breathe, and he needs to be quiet.
I don't know if that's like a thing. I mean...
It's just a cloth sack. There's air.
Alright, where to? We made it here. Get supplies and go back out and look for them when the storm passes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll look for an inn.
Do we have any idea where to go?
I'm not sure.
Have you not done trade here before?
Oh no, I usually just stick to the main road. And then it goes up from there.
Alright, well, if no one knows anything, I can go look. Probably best if we don't bring your cat with you. And I'll go look around and see if I can find an inn of some sort or somewhere that we can pass by. Garrett, do you know anything about this place at all?
Jared is with us, right?
Yes, Garrett and Perry Lou are with you on the dog sled, and the Garrett is driving the dog sled. Garrett says,
Yes, I've been here before. There is an inn. It's known as the Blue Clam. We could go there.
Oh. Well, let's go ahead and dock the dogs, and we can start looking around, unless Nissa, you and Moonbrook want to go ahead, and I can just go with Garrett and Perry Lou and catch up later.
Why would we not all just go to the inn together?
Well, we're getting ready to put the dogs up, I assume, right? We're not going to just travel afoot with these these dogs here, and you have a
Where would we put the dogs?
stable area, maybe? I have no idea. That's where we look around. But I don't think you want to bring your bag with you when we go over there now, would you?
It's just a bag.
I think he might be right for once. And you know that's not me, like,
For
you know.
what?
We
Alright.
should probably drop the bag off.
All right.
All right, Garrett. Let's go ahead and put these dogs up and get you guys in and get you warm, and then we can talk details.
All right, that sounds like a plan. And you make your way into town, which is, for any of our outsiders, probably the most beautiful town that you've seen so far in Icewind Dale. It's picturesque. There are some wonderful sights here, aside from the fact that it is dealing with this everlasting winter and night. It's a beautiful place. It has the scenes of the forest behind it, and seeing probably all of these trees is at least a little bit comforting to all of you. It's the scene of life. But I don't think any of you can put behind you the fact that this is a place that is also in danger from this everlasting night and winter. The trees can only last so long. You make your way into town, and without too much problem, you find a place to rest the dogs. And Garrett and Perry Lou sort of leave the sled there. You make your way through town. Garrett pointing out the town hall.
If it wasn't so dreadfully cold out here, I say this place reminds me a little bit of back home.
It is a very nice town. Most people in the Dale, they make their way here when they, I suppose, when they need to forget
Forget what?
the cold.
Oh, right. Guess it's been a while since you've all seen the sun of any course. Well, hopefully the people as nice as the atmosphere and the environment is, minus the coldness.
It makes
So the town hall.
It makes for some good peace of mind every now and again. That's for sure. Come here with my husband several times.
Oh, right. Well then.
So we can make our way to the Blue Clam. There is a that would be the inn here. It's right along the docks.
Oh, good. You lead the way. I'll walk beside you. And Perry Lou, I'm bet you're ready to get food and warmth in you.
That's for sure. I could definitely use some food.
Indeed, me too.
This place is probably the equivalent of Bryn Shander in terms of busyness. It's still extremely cold, however. I think Moonbrook, you and Nissa could probably tell that it's sometime in the late afternoon when you arrive. It's difficult to say, but I think you can make a general judgment as to, how late it is based on if the moon is visible and if there's sort of a bit of twilight that's happening. There's a few hours of the day where it's slightly brighter than the rest, but it's minuscule. It's kind of going from pitch black to a dim, like a dim light. You find yourself heading towards the dock area. There's a few people that you pass along the way that appear, I think, very curious about you. There's a lot of stairs that make your way, especially towards Nissa.
I just ignore the stairs as usual. My eyes are straight ahead. I don't care what they think. At least I try to pretend I don't care what they think.
Moonbrook, on the other hand, is behind Nissa in this little group, and if she catches somebody staring at Nissa, she evil eyes them back. So
did I leave the bag with the dogs?
It's up to you.
No,
Yes, I
don't.
did.
Wait, you left the bag with the dogs?
Was I not wasn't that what you wanted me to do?
I think the whole point was that we were going to go
To bring
the
them
dogs up so you keep the bag. Do you know what's in the bag?
Yeah, okay, so then the bag is with me. I'm sorry, I was confused.
Oh, so you do
person in the bag.
you do have it.
No, I
Oh, okay. I thought you left it with the
Yeah, I'm
dogs. I
so
was
glad.
going to say this is going to be, a little bit more interesting than I was hoping for right now. All right.
Okay,
Oh, then.
so I'm just hefting the bag and I'm...
As you're getting closer to the inn, one thing is unsettling about this town, and that is the horrific wind that has been hitting you. Probably just before you made your way into town.
That was, you'll probably notice this town does suffer from some fairly strong winds that make their way down. We should get inside soon.
Where is this coming from? The water or the trees?
Well, I think a little bit of everywhere.
All right.
There's not much protection for the town. It doesn't have the entirety of the Lonely Wood to shade it just the back portions of the town. Otherwise, it is fairly exposed. The wind comes down from north of the glacier.
All right. Lovely. Let's get inside as soon as we can.
As you approach the inn, you can see the evidence of some... I think you can smell the fishy smell of a sort of fishing town again, with maybe some spices and things as well you can smell, which is probably a bit more comforting than just that sort of pure fried fish-like smell. There are beautiful works of scrimshaw that are hung around against the outside of the blue clam, and once you make your way inside, also inside you can see a lot of that sort of carved bone-like appearance. But you make your way in to the blue clam.
Perry Lou, why don't you go find an empty table of some sort, and we'll go talk to the head of this place. And if you've been here before, Garrett, maybe you know them. Maybe we can discuss getting a table in the back somewhere without too many prying eyes.
Do we want a table or a room?
Well, I thought you guys were parched and hungry, but if you want to just go get a room...
Well, parched and hungry, yes, but perhaps a room where we could leave our things.
Yeah, okay, so why don't you and Moonbook get a room and I can grab somewhere for us to sit. It's a little bit more busier in here than it was anywhere else we were going. Does that work? Or get a couple of rooms, I should say. Let's see.
I can go. I'll see if I can find us a table. I think I see one over there.
Sounds good. I have a little bit of coin, so just find out how much it is and let me know, and I'll chip in as much as I need to.
Garrett says, the owner, I'm trying to remember their name. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Vernon. Yes, Vernon. Owner and the chef. That's right, they have some very nice spiced chowder here.
Oh, anything but knucklehead trout. That's okay. Great.
What do you think
Sounds
is
good.
in the chowder?
Oh. Well, I guess it's better than fried knucklehead trout alone. I'm not complaining. At the moment, I can eat anything, I guess.
If we're lucky, maybe they even have some goat in there.
Now you're talking meat. Okay, great. Yes, definitely want to talk to Vern. Where is he? Or she?
Vernon.
Vernon.
Yes, he's a half orc. Where can I find?
Oh, orc. Well, maybe you should go talk to him, and I'll go sit with Perry Lou. Yeah, that might work.
Is there some kind of problem?
Well, last time I checked, orcs are not very. I know you said half orc. I don't know this area very well, but orcs they don't really play nice with ourselves. So I understand this is like a melting pot of an area, but last time we ran into an orc, it wasn't pretty, and I wasn't even a part of it. I was just standing off to the side. You know what? I'll go with you, and you do the talking, and I'll be there. Sound good?
There's Vernon over there.
You can see that there was a half-orc that's sort of walking over with a sort of several bowls of stew laid out before patrons that are at the bar. He's sort of like a I think pretty burly, kind of what you'd expect from a half orc. Probably a bit older. Sort of has some like graying mutton chops, and there's like a thick, like heavy woolen vest that he's wearing that's got some fur poking out. Sort of a pretty rugged looking individual. But he's laid out some bowls of chowder for some very hungry looking patrons. Garrett sort of walks up to him and says,
Vernon, wasn't it? Yes, Vernon. Vernon Bragg. What can I do for you? Would you like some chowder? I think chowder would suit us quite well.
Yes. So we can get I'm guessing a whole pot of it, and then we'll just grab some bowls and dish it out, if that's possible.
You, very well. That would be fine. I'll bring out a pot for you then. You can split it.
Excellent. And maybe do you have any mead or anything to drink that something that warms the insides?
Of course. Mead? How many?
Normally I order 7. There's not that many of us. Cheppy normally let's just get let's just get like 4 and then maybe some water on the side. Thank you.
All right. I'm sorry, how many did you say?
4.
4.
Garrett, yes.
4
Are you
meats.
in on some meat?
And how many How many bowls for the chowder?
Let's see, me. We'll take 7.
7 bowls of chowder. Fine. I'll be out in a minute.
Thank you. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
thank you, Vernon.
Nice, that's a nice person right there. That's just not used to that. That was great. Thank you. Okay, so let's I guess we can take our seat. And
Before Vernon leaves, he sort of looks at both of you. He says,
Wait a minute. You're new in town.
yes, I arrived not too long ago. Chilled to the bone and was looking for some warmth.
Well, you won't find warmth here tonight. That's for sure.
Well, why is that? I mean, other than the wind that I felt coming in, I'm not from these area. Why wouldn't we find any warmth?
Garrett sort of looks at you, Terry, and he says,
You don't know?
No, what? I'm not. No?
I
I'm sorry,
I assume tonight is. Yes,
tonight is what?
the sacrifice.
Excuse me. The sacrifice.
The sacrifice of warmth.
You mean everywhere, like even in closed doors, behind and next to a fire? I'm sorry, I'm very ignorant to this.
You say that you're
Do we
new to
hear this?
Icewind Dale?
Yes.
Where are we? Are we close enough that we can hear it?
I would assume, I don't know. You tell me.
You guys
I-
get a room? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Where did you go?
I would say that we're still nearby, so we're hearing this go down. Because we were going to talk to him about a room next, right? Because he's an innkeeper too, and the chef, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is a this is a tavern. There is an inn as well. This is not an inn.
Gotcha. All right, yeah. No, we're still here. We didn't leave.
Oh. So yeah, I'm new. I just arrived not too long ago. I'm not from here. I'm from a very different area, where the sun just. I mean, it's very different climate. What could you care to explain? What do you mean by a sacrifice of warmth?
Tiriel, how about we talk about this later?
He brought it up. I was just wondering, is it?
Yeah, don't. He is new here. Hasn't been here very long, so he doesn't know the ropes. Don't worry, we'll tell him.
Well, we will explain.
Very well.
Do we still get to eat chowder and drink mead?
I'll have your chowder ready in a minute.
Oh, thank you. That escalated quite fast. Next thing you know, I was complimenting, and now I'm getting cold stares. Garrett?
Garrett looks at Moonbrook and Nissa.
He doesn't know?
No, he doesn't know. It's not something that, we just say.
We found them wandering outside the towns. We haven't had a chance to tell them.
I mean, it's not something that's like
Well,
casual.
fair
It comes
enough.
up like, here, by the way, if we stick around too long, there's, the thing. The thing, yeah.
So what was, I don't get it. So why is everyone like coding this, the thing, the sacrifice, but when you ask about it, everyone gets quiet? Is it a big secret or something? Are you not supposed to talk about it? Is it a spell? Is it a curse?
No, we
What
just
is it?
don't like.
talk about it.
Who wants to talk about it? Yeah.
I mean, to those that don't know what's going on, maybe? So what's going on? Is there something that's going to prevent me from going out there and finding Leoric and Chappie? Is it something that's going to kill them out there? Now I'm worried. Like, what?
For this, they are not in any danger while they're out there.
Yeah,
They're in other dangers out there.
Yeah, they're more safe out there than you are right now, friend. I tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. So we're not safe indoors, but they're safe out there. And I was told that we come here to be safer, but not to search for them out there.
Look, just get your chowder. We need to go find a place for this problem in the bag. Who I'm sure is going to be popping out any moment.
Well, I ordered extra bowls and I thought about him, and then I got about like 4 mead. Didn't know if anybody wanted it or not, but I just ordered 4 in general. I was going to order 7, but then I realized Cheppy isn't here with us. Or Leoric. I ordered water for everyone, so hopefully I don't think we ever catch a break. And he just kind of turns around and then walks towards Perry Lou and goes sits next to her.
You sit down next to Perry Lou. Perry Lou found a table. Wasn't really difficult.
Got some food, some chowder coming, and I didn't know. Excuse me, I'm very quiet. I didn't know your age. If it mattered, if you like mead or just water, but I got both. And
I'll drink anything, and I'll eat anything. I'm just starving. I'm so hungry.
you'll drink anything and eat anything. I'll be careful what you ask for around here. I've seen some things.
Well, this is Tourmaline. This isn't exactly Dugan's Hole.
That's holes. Ugh. Yes, exactly. So Perry Lou, everyone's treating me all weird like, and they're talking about a sacrifice of warmth and all that crazy stuff, and how I'm not safe in here. What is going on? He's whispering this, by the way.
Are we, if we're all at the table?
You can stealth, Teriel. This wouldn't
Me
involve your
stealth?
armor. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're whispering.
You said it wouldn't involve my armor? I have -1.
Yeah, well, normally with heavy armor you roll a disadvantage, but you're just whispering,
okay.
so it's just normal. Okay. Yeah, Teriel's trying to whisper, but I think you can probably, you hear him talking about it to Perry Lou as you're sitting down. Perry Lou says,
Well, the sacrifice. I can't remember what Tourmaline's is. I've only been here once before.
Wait, what? There's multiple?
This one is not so bad. There are other towns where we would be in much greater danger.
No, it's still bad. You know that, right? Like, it's still very bad. Look, we've got to let this cat out of the bag very soon.
Okay, we'll let it out, but I want to know what the hell is going on here. Like, we're sacrificing a person.
I would like to take one of those extra bowls you so rightly ordered back to the room with my bag. I might come back later.
Garrett says, well, this isn't an inn. This is a tavern.
Right. I think it'd be fine if you let him out. I mean, cats are normal. They're not, He'll be fine. He can eat and he can do everything without having to worry about anything, hopefully, unless there's a dog around. I didn't see a dog.
As long as he can stay this form.
I'm sure he'll be fine. He's been through us. He's tracked as a axbeak for so long, and that was under really bad conditions.
We don't know how long he can stay like this.
He said something like an hour or so. I have no idea.
Perhaps long enough to have some chowder.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you can let him out now if you want. You might as well.
All right. So I take the bag and just like chuck it over my arms and open it a little. I say, "Here, kitty, kitty." on out. There's food coming.
Well, if he's not gonna eat it, I'll eat it.
You need to eat. There's little benefit besides food.
Is he growling at you?
Might be.
I'll just leave him in there then. It's probably warmer in there anyway.
You need your strength. Just come out so you can eat something.
Hey, listen, you little shit, alright? You don't have very much time left, and you're gonna have to find a place to go and, like, redo your thing. So you might want to get out of the bag.
We can always have Nissa throw him out of the bag like she threw him the other time. That works too.
Come on. I'm gonna turn this bag over and dump you out. There we go.
Oh, finally. Oh, too bad you're a cat. There's actually possibly goat in this chowder. So I'll be eating your portion too.
No, he needs to eat some.
Oh, now
chowder.
he wants to eat. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, we're gonna talk about this stuff, Rhys. I need to prepare spells or anything that I need to know. I have to prep for this thing that you keep talking about around the corner in the Underworld. We're not doing anything but sitting here, so fill me in.
Perry Lou and Garrett sort of look at you.
Is it a person?
Sometimes.
And what the hell are you sacrificing it to?
Okay,
God?
listen. You know, have you seen, her go across the sky?
Her? No.
Oh.
It was a god that travels in the sky? Visibly
she's the
to
one
everyone?
Yes, every night.
And it's a god. What's its name? I have to check my records.
We're not. It's never a good idea to speak the name of those that can do you harm, that have that kind of power.
If I call up the name Loth, she's not going to just appear out of the corner.
It's not worth
Okay.
it to draw attention, Teriel. We have enough things we need to hide.
Well, I need to know what's going on. We can
She's
whisper
the-
about it.
We'll
Yeah,
tell
she's
you
the
more
one
another
that's-
time.
She's the one that's made it like this. Cold, always night.
It's been night for 2 years. We told you that much.
Okay.
2
so-
years without a ray of sun to wake these trees, to keep them alive, to keep this entire Icewind Dale alive.
Okay, I understand that
People are
part.
scared.
So how is there a contract made for sacrifice?
There is no contract. There is just
Superstition?
No, consider it an offering.
Oh, so people just randomly make up their own offerings and give it to her?
No. Different towns do different things. Here, they offer up warmth to try to appease her, right? They do that in my town too.
She seems very appeased. We keep you in 2 years of darkness.
Right, well,
at least it
we
hasn't
try.
gotten worse.
Lots of people die because of it.
Well, yes, I understand that too, but also people are dying because we're sacrificing them to
Sacrificing the warmth, you see. But
There
there's
are
other
towns
towns.
that sacrifice people, but this is not one of them. We're very lucky.
So sacrificing warmth means they turn out anything that gives warmth for us to...
There will be no warmth tonight. And in the morning, you'll see people clearing out their dead because they've died in the night. That's what the sacrifice means.
So this is worse than sacrificing a person. We're sacrificing multiple people that can die.
It
die in
could,
the
but it
cold.
could not, you see. Other towns it's the blood, right? It's a person. And I forgot the last one, but it's just the way of life up here. It's just what it is. And I didn't tell you, I didn't tell any of you, but, you know, it's just something that, you know, didn't think you needed to know.
That's a joke, right? That we didn't need to know. But possibly of dying here. Okay, let me ask you this. That sounds, in my studies, that sounds like a pack with a demon of some sort. Some elder demon of some sort. How do we know this thing is... Is there anything that we know about it other than it just randomly showed up one day and sprinkled winter all over you and you're unable to get out of it, and now everyone is just going crazy?
She is, Ariel.
Is it summoned?
No one does.
No
one knows.
She's a god, and that's what she does. So.
She's a god. I've never heard of god like this before.
You just... Tonight, look up to the sky and see if you see her.
Take us out.
I've seen her plenty of times. I don't look for her again, but... She's there.
Moonbrook, who do you serve?
Who do I serve?
Yes. Who's your god or goddess? Who?
The Seldrine.
Have you spoken to him recently? The answers are there, you know. Sometimes you have to speak to your god or goddesses. Nissa, who do you scream when you go into battle? Do you have anyone that you invest your faith in, your trust into?
Her. And I just look at Moonbrook. I trust her.
Moonbrook is your goddess. Oh God, we're in deep trouble. Nissa, you don't scream Tempest or whatever about barbarians, or whoever they serve, and
perhaps the storm.
The storm, okay, all right. There we go. It's a start. You know, I'm just realizing I know nothing about you two. I figured
never
everyone
asked before.
You're right, because I was always being asked about myself. And now I'm curious. Why are you here? You're a divine spirit of Moon Elf Fae. Why are you here in such a, don't get me wrong, a town of like this? You should be frolicking in the woods and far, far away from here. I've heard rumors of the forest that you guys keep, and I mean, you might have to worry about the occasional orcs and such, but not everlasting cold that makes sacrifices to some goddess. What happened?
Moonbrook reaches out and like strokes Catwin as she's talking.
I just push the bowl closer to his face so he can eat.
The thing is like, you know, I have the Wanderlust, so that's why I'm here. You know, I did come from the forest, but some things happened, and now I'm here, obviously, with you.
Something bad must have happened for you to leave your people, because as of mine, you're a tight bunch. You don't just leave, you know?
No, I wanted to leave. I left on my own accord. I actually, you know, the world was my oyster, so to speak, you know? But,
I just heard so many stories about the elves and like the moon elves and how much of they're in touch with the forest, and there's Mialiki and there's unicorns and all kinds of crazy stuff, Pegasus and like beauty, things of beauty there, and you leave, and I just look around and I see how angry you are all the time, and now I was judging you and thinking that you were just rude, but maybe there's more to it. We don't just leave our people, Moonbrook. It's not something we just do. I'm not trying to pry anything, but maybe getting to know you better will make things better here.
I mean, I don't think that getting to know me better will do any good, except that just know that I was drawn to adventure. We'll say that.
It's a good way to put it.
Unfortunately, my adventure landed me here.
I don't know. You know, you're quite angry all the time, no offense. So I'm thinking that you distance yourself from people that you feel like you're going to have a connection with, and those that you do have a connection with, you put them at arm's length. There's something else there. If it means anything to you, if we're all going to die together, you might as well start releasing some of that pain onto someone. And he looks at Nissa. Someone's close to you that obviously will jump in front of anything for you.
I mean, it's not that simple, is it? So,
Well, let me tell
if
you.
I let her know, I mean, if I let any of you know, you wouldn't think of me the same way. So I'd rather you just hate me for, you know, being moody and the like, and I could feel better, you know, feel better about it. So
Feel better about yourself being hated. That's ridiculous. Yeah, you're quite of an ass, but I know every
no,
ass.
I deserve it. I know.
I
Every
look
hard
very
exterior.
angrily at Teriel and put a hand on Moonbrook, and it's hard for me to do that. I'm not very comfortable doing that. But I just say to her, there is nothing you could ever say, there is nothing you could ever have done that will make me turn away from you. You don't have to say anything.
And there we go.
I'll be here either way.
And there we go. Now, at that point, it has been proven. You don't have to talk about your past, Moonbrook. Matter of fact, it probably does more hurt than good at this point, from what I see. But those standing in front of you may not be me, or beside you. I think that you need to. Every hard shell has a soft inside, and sometimes you need to let people in. Things happen all the time, but the thing about death, from what I've seen around here and from my folk, how we talk about all the warriors and people of old, we live a very long time, Moonbrook, centuries even if we're lucky enough. And with that, we may see those that we love pass, so we learn to kind of dive into the moment. That's why we seek adventure. It's in our blood. And sometimes you just have to let people in. The thing about death is we don't fear death, not us. We fear regret. And you're going to regret one day not letting someone in. Maybe her. We are a proud race. Sometimes too proud. When I look at you, I can't help but hurt inside. No matter how angry I get. Because, well, I know that's not you. One thing about me is I know how to read others. Sometimes I may act dull-headed and care about personal gain and or whatever. At the end of the day, I can read people pretty well. Call it a gift. I know damn good and well you're in pain. So for once, stop being a hard ass. And you're right. There may not be any warmth tonight, but I think there's warmth right next to you, and you should invest in it. Especially tonight if you're sacrificing it. No attachments.
Nissa's just gonna take one of the tankards of beer that are sitting on the table and put it in front of Teriel, and take another one and put it in front of Moonbrook. Just like slam it down.
Yeah? So, good idea. Oh yes. Well, you can't have this. You're a cat.
What, beer?
You have water. Ah, whatever. All right, from this point on,
I nudge
squash
my
all
own
this.
beer towards Catwin.
Squash all the bullshit and start to actually become somewhat of a group that tolerates each other at least. Yeah?
That sounds lovely. It really does. It's just that
Just hit the damn cup
Oh, God damn.
and take a damn swig. There.
I pass mine back to Catwin.
There you go. Was that so hard?
No, but just...
No buts. No regrets. Live in the moment. That's what moon elves are known for. We're the ones with the regrets and all that sassy bullshit.
No, I have
pull.
loads of regrets, trust me.
Well, not tonight.
Like you said.
Not tonight. You have to worry about so much more now. Invest in the warmth. Those that are around you. And Nissa. You have a lot of work on your hands, but I know you can do it. And don't look at me as all sappy and stuff.
I'm not.
Just know that sometimes dealing with this personal hurt inside it's not fun dealing with it alone, Moonbrook. You can have a hard hysteria all you want. We all cry some kind of way. It just kind of looks at Perry Lou and Garrett and remembering of their comrade and our comrades.
Perry Lou has 3 bowls of chowder that are piled up.
Perry Lou, are you eating my chowder? I understand it.
Nobody was eating it, so I just thought I'd finish it up.
I just cannot get at least give me that.
But I had already started. I did, but
it's fine.
You can get more chowder.
Fine, and he slides it back to Perry Lou. You might need it more than I do. Need more meat on your bones anyway. Enjoy it while you can.
And we switch scenes out of the tavern. And we rewind in time again. In the cold blizzard, we find Cheppy and Thrak trying to stay warm. Cheppy, please make another Constitution saving throw. I believe this is a regular one. I think it's just your skills that get the penalty, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check here. Should say right on the center of your sheet there. Just on ability check, so 21. That's a natural 20. Chappie, it is painful to simply keep casting spells, but you hold out hope in this horrific blizzard that lasts. You've lost track of time now. The audience would know, however, that it's been going on for 7 hours.
It's okay, Thrak. Chubby will protect us.
There's a coating of frost all across Thrak and your body. The snow has accumulated. Your hand is barely kept warm by the magic that is coursing through it, and you can feel the pulse of pain every time you cast the Eldritch Blast. That much magic channeled through your body over and over again. It's hard to keep your fingers outstretched. Please make a perception check. This is a one with disadvantage because of your exhaustion. It's gotten so cold that you can't really see anymore. You've kind of, for lack of a better word, sort of have this white noise thing going on because of the blizzard, and your eyes are just kind of so cold that you've closed your eyes just to keep them from freezing solid. Have you ever gone anything through anything like this before, Cheppy?
Cheppy has never gone through anything like this before. She's always been in the Fae. It's warm. She sits in the sun. She drinks her alcohol. She parties with her friends. It's never been cold. She's never seen snow. This is her first time walking into Icewind Dale. Was the first specks of snow she's ever seen. She grew up in the forest. It was warm. There was always animals and butterflies, and those are the things she's thinking about now, just to try and hope to see them again one day.
It's okay, Frog.
Cheppy's gonna take him out and give him a little look. How does he look right now?
You've kept him warm above even yourself. He's still moving around.
She's gonna give him a little kiss, and she's gonna hold him really tight as she can, to just keep him close to her heart and as warm, and she just wants him to survive. It's her best friend right now. It's her best friend back home.
While you're thinking that, the blizzard finally begins to die down. Snow begins to fade. Your eyes hurt so much just from the cold. Can't even quite feel warmth coming out of your mouth onto your hands. It's difficult to feel the difference.
She's gonna continue and try to send another eldritch blast into the air as she sees that the snow is starting to finally get lighter.
Drac.
She's gonna start giving him little tiny pats on him, trying to see if he is alive and awake, or to wake him.
Thrak is still breathing, still moving.
Drac. We need to get up and move, Drac.
She's gonna keep kind of trying to push him around to see if she can kind of stir him and get him to stand on his feet.
You're trying to get him up. And as you're doing this, you start to hear the sound of some dogs. It's difficult to see, but you think that there is something, a blur, making its way towards you.
Chubby sees something coming. Just a little bit longer, friends.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. You pass out. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Chippy, no!
We're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all of these wonderful people. Head on over to tablestory.tv/Rime, Rime. go follow them in all the places. They're wonderful people, wonderful role players, and they're doing a bang-up job with this campaign, with their characters and everything. It's so good. So good. I'm enjoying it so much. And we are going to be back in just a few minutes. Make sure you're following them. Also, if you have yourself a Prime Gaming that you haven't used yet, a sub, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these lovely people. And if you'll notice underneath the stream, we have a link for Black Lives Matter, because they do. It's still important. It hasn't gone away. It's a way that you can sign petitions, you can text, you can donate, and you can educate yourself and be a better person just by learning about things that a lot of people, including myself, didn't really learn about growing up, just because of the way that we are educated. And it's a good way to make yourself a better person. So go check it out. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more Rime of the Frostmaiden. The sound of a dog sled fades in Cheppy's sight and ears. Let's just get you on the sled. Cheppy, you wake up with a jostle. You're positioned. Feels like you're sort of on top of some leathers or something. You see snow and ice, sort of the ground, you think, sort of speeding along.
Frog, you driving? Chubby knew you could. Frog.
Are you awake now?
Who's that?
You turn your body, and you can see that there is a man driving the sled, bundled up. Can't really make out his face.
Who are you?
Are you all right?
No, not really. Chubby kind of hurts a lot everywhere. Who are you?
You can see Thrak is tied up and is sort of running along with the sled.
Drac? Where are we going?
You need to stay warm. We're on our way to town right now.
Town. Chubby doesn't... Oh, Chubby's in trouble. What town are we going to? Chubby's not from around here.
I understand. It's all right. Just relax, rest. We're almost to town. It's only going to be a few more minutes. Tourmaline is just up ahead.
Can Chubby have a beer?
I'll get you to someone that can keep you warm.
Chubby appreciates it. Her hand hurts so bad.
that your name? Your name is Chubby?
That's Chubby's name. Chubby's from the Feywild. I'm a little far from home.
All right then, Chubby. We'll find you someplace warm.
Okay.
Chubby just completely exhausted, just has no will to fight back, and she's warm, and Frog is warm, so she's just gonna sit back and close her eyes again.
My name is Kaladesh.
Kaladesh? What?
My name is Celadash.
Celadash. Chubby's Chubby. It's honestly great to meet you. Chubby probably would have died.
Just rest. We'll be there soon.
Chubby's trying. You just keep talking to her. But it's not unwarranted. Just don't listen to Chubby. Chubby's in pain.
So, the trip continues for a few more minutes. And eventually you make your way to Tourmaline with this man who has called himself Celadash. Arriving in town, Celadash makes his way to the east side of town, where he says,
There's an inn just up ahead. We can find you room for the night.
Chubby's got money. Oh, did you see anybody? He's a short little guy. Sometimes he's a big guy. He's got a beard and he's all white. And Chubby doesn't really understand it, but sometimes he speaks weird different languages and he likes Serac. Have you seen a man like that?
I didn't see anyone else, I'm sorry.
Chubby will give you money to keep going out, and if you see anybody else, bring them here. Chubby will give you all of her money.
I have other responsibilities, I'm sorry.
Chubby will do anything for you. Chubby would give her life. There's still a friend, his name is Leoric, and he's out there and he got lost with Chubby, but she didn't see him.
make a persuasion check.
We need to get you warm first. And if you want, I'll take you back out there. We can take a look.
Appreciate it.
She just lets out a sigh of relief and kind of relaxes back until they get to the inn.
He stops, and so does the sled. Just outside, one of the buildings on the eastern side of town, which has a wicked cold wind blowing through the town, by the way.
It's pretty cold here.
It's pretty cold all over Icewind Dale.
Yeah, Chippy was just out on it for a while, I think.
I'm sure you know that firsthand.
Chippy does.
She looks down at her hand.
Let's get you warm. You came at a rather unfortunate time, however. It is the sacrifice tonight.
Chubby looks down at herself. Is she strapped in?
You would have had... I would imagine that there was probably, like, some kind of rope or something tied, but it wasn't exactly... I don't think you'd find yourself struggling too hard to get out of it.
She just kind of, like, slowly looks around.
Chubby's not being sacrificed, right, buddy, old pal?
You don't understand what the sacrifice is?
No, Chubby's not from around town. Like I said, she's from the Fae. She's from the Fae that way. If that's south.
Well, you're going to need to get warm very fast. Night is... It's something that we do every week here.
Sounds not great to be doing weekly.
It's a sacrifice of warmth.
Do you want Chubby to make you a fire?
You can't build any fires tonight. Oriel will be very upset if you do, and so will the town.
Okay. Chubby won't make a fire. Can we go
Get
in?
inside.
Chubby thinks that's a great idea.
Chubby's going to get up out of the sled and she's gonna follow the man. Is he like big? Is he stocky? Like...
I think he's extremely average looking. He's probably got a little bit of a paunch, probably like a bit of a scraggly kind of beard. Once you get inside, he pulls off the hood and shakes out some of the snow and whatnot, stomps out some of the snow on the ground as you head inside the inn. There's one or two people that are milling about, but this is quite obviously an inn, and it doesn't really have like a tavern sort of area here. It's relatively small.
Did we notice more of them when we were coming in? Like, would Cheppy have noticed the look of a tavern? Were there many more?
There's a few people. Oh, you mean looking out for other taverns? I don't know if you would have noticed coming into town. I mean, you were kind of in an awkward position on the sled.
For sure.
Yeah. There's a human woman that is, I think you can estimate probably like a teenager, who is sweeping inside the inn as you make your way inside. And she's just sort of singing sort of quietly to herself. As you enter, you can hear her. Ahead of winter's wind she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same. As sure as night, she's dead.
Cheppy's just gonna slowly look up at the man she's with. And then she's gonna clear her throat in the doorway.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, I didn't notice that there were anyone else. That there was anyone else here.
Chubby didn't hear anything. She just came in the door. Just then.
Well, look at you. You look so beaten up. Were you caught out in the storm?
Chubby was an icicle for quite some time, she thinks. Chubby doesn't know what time it is, but this man found her. What's your name again?
He sort of looks at you and he says,
My name is Celadash.
Hello, Celadash. How are you?
I'm well.
Sorry, Chubby's bad with names and faces and places and time. Do you have any beverages?
Beverages? Yes, we can get you something warm. I think you'll need it before tonight.
Chubby would like something warm. And Chubby has a question.
And she kind of like walks forward and she just has this like feverish look in her eyes.
Have you seen a group of people? There's a big dragon lady and a small little elf lady, and then there's a bigger elf dude, and then there's someone. He might owe you money, but like he's kind of cool. Chubby's not gonna go there. Have you seen another group of people? Chubby's looking for her friends.
She says, I'm sorry, I've been in the inn. Don't know.
If you see somebody like that, come to the inn, because they like to stay in inns. Just let them know that the goat was around.
All right. I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be here.
Well, let's get you something. It's almost time. There's only maybe another. She tries to look outside. It's so difficult to tell.
Be lucky if it's another hour and a half.
Oh.
What's it? What is the sacrifice? Chubby doesn't really understand.
You don't know the sacrifice? It's the town. Well, we give up warmth for the night for Oriel, so that one day she will end this horrible eternal winter and night.
This is happening because of one person?
The goddess Oriel.
Is this woman next to me?
She's probably a little bit away from you. I imagine you're still next to Celadash.
Chubby's gonna walk forward and just take her two hands and just place them on her shoulders.
Does she know magics?
She's a goddess. I would say so.
Do you think she knows frog magics? Because Chubby's frog talk. Chubby's gotta find this lady. But she's doing this. This is kind of bad. She's not a nice lady. Oh, sorry, personal.
You must not
personal
speak
space.
that way of Oriel. You must not speak that way. She will doom us all. We give up our warmth for the night. There are no fires lit between dusk and dawn. You must find whatever warmth you can in other ways.
But won't people die?
Sometimes. It's not as bad as some of the other towns.
The other towns do it? The sacrifice?
All of Icewind Dale does, or we will suffer Oriel's wrath.
Chubby's friends never told her that, are you sure?
It's a certainty.
Chubby's not gonna die, right?
Celadash sort of looks down at you.
If we can get you warm. In the meantime.
Chubby will get as warm as she can.
Frog too. And she's gonna take Frog off of her head and hold him out. You wouldn't happen to have any type of food for him? A frog?
I don't.
He's my friend.
I don't know what it would eat.
It eats flies.
Don't have any flies.
Bugs, spiders, crickets.
If you can find them. There might be some around this place. We don't keep them.
Chubby will take a look. Just gonna get some warmth first, though. It's too cold to move.
All right, well, the fire's still going, at least for another hour and a half or so.
Chubby's going to look around for where the fire is placed, and she's going to go sit down in front of it. If there's like a table or a chair or anything like that, she's going to sit down, and she's going to look over at her savior, and she's just going to pull a chair out for him and kind of pat the chair.
He sits down. He says, "So, Cheppy, you were talking about money before."
Chubby has money.
He leans in. "How much exactly do you have?"
Well, Chubby was told never to tell people exactly how much Chubby has, so, I can't tell you. But she stands up and she gives her booty a little shake, and you just hear a jingle. It's a lot. Chubby's not trying to show off or anything like that, but...
Well, you don't have to worry about me, Chevy. I am your savior, after all.
That's true. You did save Chubby. Chubby has 10 gold.
Do you now?
Yes, and Chubby will give you 9 of it if you will keep your eyes out for her friend.
Of course I will.
How's Chubby gonna know you're telling the truth?
Now, would your savior lie to you?
Insight?
Sure.
No, you're right. My savior would never lie to me. Here, let me just get my 9 gold for you. She's gonna reach in and root around her furry butt, and she's gonna pull out 1 gold at a time until she gets 9. And then she's gonna hand it over to him.
Ah, good, good. We'll find your friends, don't worry.
Chubby appreciates it. She's gotta keep the other gold for herself, though. She needs food. Unless you want to pay for this, you've recently come into a large amount of wealth. Savior.
No, thank you. You should pay for your room, though.
And he's going to give you back 1 gold piece.
Chubby will take it back. Chubby will do that. And hold up the gold piece.
It's at this point that the teenage woman sort of comes back, and she's got a blanket, and you can smell some spices, something hearty, and there is a mug of mead as well. And she says,
Here you go. Just make sure to finish that up. You'll need the warmth.
Oh, Chubby's got it. And so is it soup and...
it's chowder and mead.
And mead. She's gonna lay the mead down, and then she's gonna go and grab the bowl, and she's got the bowl left on the table because she still can't use her right hand. She's gonna pick up the spoon, with a mouthful. She's gonna look at the mead, put the spoon back down, and she's gonna just take a giant gulp of the mead, slam it down, and then this food is just being shoveled. It's getting everywhere. There's fucking food all over the table. It is just splashing in her face, and she's just trying to swallow as much of it as she can.
Cheppy, it's not often that we see, well, one like you here in Icewind Dale.
Yeah, Chubby's pretty cool, huh?
Where do you come from? You said something about the Fae?
Chubby comes from down in the Fae. Honestly, Chubby doesn't even really know exactly where. Chubby just always walked around. She never stayed in any one place. Didn't really have many friends. But yeah, Chubby just went everywhere in the Fae. Really partied. It was great. Chubby really misses the warmth.
I'll bet. It's been extremely cold here over the last 2 years. Who knows how much longer Icewind Dale has left?
No kidding. Is anybody trying to stop what's going on? Like, Chubby doesn't understand why you would just let everybody die.
There are people that try to do things. It doesn't usually end well.
I guess they probably die too.
As this woman is sort of cleaning up, she says, my name is Marta, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
Chubby's not too bothered by it. It kind of happens frequently here. I find I'm not very great at lowering my voice in the taverns. It's nice to meet you. You might have to tell Chubby your name a couple times. She's not got a great memory.
Can you make a perception check for me? Okay. So, she cleans up your mess and says, will you be getting a room then?
Chubby would definitely like to get a room with extra blankies.
Very well, that'll be 1 gold piece for the night.
Chubby looks over at her savior and gives him a little wink, and she takes out the same gold piece that he had given back.
Chubby's got it.
And she's gonna give it over.
He nods his head.
So, don't forget though, if Chubby goes upstairs, you have to keep an eye out for friends, right? Chubby told you that.
Of course. Yes.
And you'll tell them that Go Girl, that Chubby, the Chubby is here. Ah.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Can Chubby have some more soup?
Yes.
She looks at Celadash, and he nods his head.
Did Chubby
walks
see
off.
this exchange?
I don't think he was trying to hide it.
What was that about?
Oh, well, I own this inn.
Chubby had no idea.
Yes, well, Marta's father has become bedridden. She does chores and things around here to make sure that she can keep a place for him.
What were you doing out in the storm? If you were running in, you'd think you'd want to be here, right?
Well, a lot of times these blizzards aren't exactly predictable. This one was a bad one. I got stuck making camp just a few minutes away from where I found you. Didn't want to take the risk heading all the way back to town. It's a bad idea to try to move in a blizzard.
You're telling Cheppy. That's why she tried to stay still. Well, I tried to talk to an animal first, but that didn't work. They're not so smart. Oh, what happened to Thrak? Is he outside? Is Thrak okay? He has an arrow in his butt. Cheppy tried her best to take care of him.
I tied him up outside, but I'm afraid it's not exactly my specialty.
Not Cheppy's either, unfortunately. Do you go often out in the cold?
It's Icewind Dale. It's cold everywhere. I had to take care of some things.
Like what?
Business.
What kind of business? Out in the snowlands?
Well, I wasn't exactly going out into the middle of nowhere. I found a place that was reasonable to set up camp in the blizzard before I came back to town. But I was making my way from down south.
I see.
I own a few pieces of property around Icewind Dale.
Quite the lucrative tavern business you have here.
They aren't all taverns.
Do you have
Yes.
bars?
No. This is the only inn that I own, but I own a few houses down in Targos.
Cheppy tries to think of Leoric's map. Where would Targos be? Is it in the south?
It was the first town that you came into when you came into Icewind Dale. But you can try and make a survival check. You have no idea where that was.
Cheppy has no idea where that is. I've never even heard of that name before. Cheppy's not great with names, as you've found out quite readily.
Well, it's no bother.
Cheppy does really appreciate the help.
Of course.
And if you can find Cheppy's friends, maybe he could make Martha's
Marta.
dad better. He's got magic hands.
Does he now? He knows
He does.
magic?
I think it's magic. He can make people feel better. Cheppy was hurt once, and he made me feel great.
What sort of magic do you know? I saw something in the sky.
Cheppy doesn't really know.
As she looks at both of her hands.
That's why Cheppy's up here. She's trying to find somebody who knows what's happening to her.
How long has this been going on?
Maybe a couple months. Cheppy woke up in the Fae one day with Frog, just right there. She befriended him. He was a cool frog. Cheppy's a cool goat girl. It was a great friendship. But when Cheppy woke up, she could talk to Frog. I know it's crazy, but Cheppy can talk to Frog, and Frog can talk. Cheppy's heard him talk, not just like in the brain. Cheppy's heard Frog talk.
You better put your hand in that warm water there.
Chipsy gonna take her hand over.
That's frostbite. It's not good.
It doesn't look great. Kind of looks like Cheppy's face, actually.
If you're not careful, you could lose the hand. maybe even a few fingers. It happens a lot up here.
Can Chubby still use magics if her hand is gone?
I don't know.
Chubby's gonna stick her hand right in the water and
The only thing that I had that was magical was, well, lost to me some time ago.
What was it?
It was a gem.
A gem? Like what kind of gem? Chubby's seen some pretty big gems in her time.
And that's where we switch scenes. So, the rest of you are back in the bar, the tavern. Rhey has eaten, and everyone has eaten. You can all spend, let's see, Teriel, you bought the food, so I don't know if everyone paid for their own meal. But Teriel, you would have spent on drinks and food, let's say, I think it would probably be 3 gold pieces.
All right, I'm gonna go pay for all this, and well, I'm not in. Well, yeah, I'll give you some time to talk, and don't worry about our cat problem here. So, yeah, I'm going to go. Wait, Vernon or Vermin? What's his name? I can't.
Vernon.
Vernon. Yes, definitely don't want to call him Vernon. All right, I'll be right back. Zuga goes and get up and pay.
That one is quite the character.
Yeah, he is. Rhey, do you have to go to the restroom or anything? The litter box?
Yeah, once for yes, twice for no.
But I'm saying this because, well, like, what if you have to, you've been, I don't know how long you can stay like this. Don't get angry with me. Right, I'm trying to help you.
All right, we're all paid and good to go.
Thanks. I think we probably need to get him to a room.
Yeah.
There's no rooms here, so we have to find out where the inn is in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go do that.
And I was thinking, normally I wouldn't say anything, I guess, when it comes to this, because I already know the answer. But looking out the windows, it doesn't seem too bad out there. Since we're not going to have any warmth here anyway, why don't I go look for Cheppy and Leoric?
I don't think we should split up.
You can't go out of the village tonight.
I thought you said it was more safe out there than it is in here, so I was thinking...
No, you don't understand. They will not let you go.
Who will not let me go? I'm not part of this town.
No, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They won't let you
You're
escape the
counted
sacrifice.
here now.
It's part of the sacrifice.
If people were just able to leave town while the sacrifices happened, what would be the point?
I thought we were sacrificing warmth, not being able to come and go.
No, they have to check to see if you're following. There's someone that walks around at night and makes sure that nobody's. Or, I mean, at my place, they neighbors tell on one another. It's a thing.
I just can't wrap my head around it. I've seen some pretty dark things in my past, but this is kind of ridiculous. But okay, I'm just so worried about them. They're out there alone and no one's looking for them.
We are too. We can do nothing until morning.
What if it's too late? It doesn't look too bad out there. What is it? Does it patrol? Like, I'm sorry.
Depends on the town, you know? And I'll say, like I said before, they're better off out there than they are here.
But I'm new here. No one knows of me besides...
They know you entered town. They will allow people to enter. They will not allow people to leave.
Where they're guards.
Not
I didn't
tonight.
see any when we passed. I wasn't paying attention.
They don't need guards if everybody's gonna tell on one another. It's very serious to, the people here. And any town. The sacrifice.
Targos is especially difficult with any that disobeys. People are beaten quite severely.
Ariel, I agree with you. We need to find them, but there's nothing we can do tonight. We have to rest and try to maintain whatever warmth we can, and we'll head out first thing in the morning.
Their blood will be on our hands. I just hope we're making the right decision.
There's no decision to be made. We cannot fight the townspeople. We had no choice but to come here.
So what if we slip? What if I slip out? Are they gonna chase me? They're gonna chase me down. Out there.
They may take it out on the rest of us if we stay. We cannot all escape.
You know they were giving you funny looks when we were walking in here.
Of course they were. I'm a dragonborn.
Let's just be thankful
None
they
have
don't
treated me kindly in 10 towns besides Moonbrook for ages.
All I'm saying is sleep with one eye open if you're gonna sleep tonight.
I always do.
I understand we're being told, but something's off about this town and I don't know what it is. It's awfully beautiful. It's like being lured into beauty and there's an ugly thing beneath. I've often
I'm
heard
really
stories
surprised
of
here in Icewind Dale.
I don't know if I'm up for surprises anymore. I think you took the cake tonight knowing that people are going to be sacrificed for warmth of all things.
Well, we didn't know. We forgot.
We've been outside of towns for a while, traveling with you.
So what are we going to do here? Are we going to just huddle around a circle and find a room and we can't get close to each other because, oh goodness gracious, there's warmth. How would they know?
If
The
it
best
is
advice
warmth,
is to.
if it is warmth, as
Sorry.
you say, then from what I understand, you must not light any fires from dusk till dawn.
Oh, it's only fire. Well then, that's a whole different story. And we bundle up. We grab as much stuff as we can and we just stay under it. It's not much. I mean, we slip out there multiple times.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is like true here, but I feel like back home she gets even crueler on the days of the sacrifice and she makes it extra cold. Maybe it just feels that way because I'm so cold, but
I think you're
I
right.
just
I do.
It always feels that way to me too.
But I don't like it. And it sounds evil to me.
But you don't have to like it.
Um,
Do you think we enjoy it?
slightly out of
we
character
mustn't-
question.
We must not anger her any further.
Vandria protects me. And my word. But this is not my town. Fine, whatever. I don't like it. Just don't.
We just have to stay together. When we need to find a place for Catowin to be himself. Because he'll have to soon.
You know, I think the most disturbing thing is that everyone around here is finding this as normal. That's the most disturbing. Fine, let's go do what we need to do. Turiel just kind of walks off.
What is normal anyway? What's he even talking about?
Ray's gonna hop back into the bag.
I just heft the bag.
I don't like that he thinks that like we would want to do this, like whatever. Anyways, let's go find this inn.
Yes, let's.
So, the party exits the tavern. Moving through the streets of Tourmaline. There are a few people, not many, on the street. The town is quite beautiful, but the wind is still pretty harsh. And as you're moving through town, let's see. What is everybody's passive perception?
You're asking what is our passive perception?
Yes, passive
15.
perception.
Where is
Wisdom.
that?
Passive perception is directly under your attributes and skills. It says passive wisdom, parentheses, perception. Right below your skills and your attributes on the left.
Oh, 12.
Oh, sorry, 12. Yeah.
Okay. As you're walking, there's a few people talking here and there.
Right. So, in Dugan's Hole, I heard that there are people there. They fear the winter wolves that haunt the outskirts of the town. Big as horses they are, and smarter than normal wolves. Bigger than regular wolves? Oh, way bigger. And smarter. Like a bloomin' horse.
And you continue walking, and there's more people chatting.
So, as I had heard, there's rumors going around that in Caer Dineval, the speaker's gotten sick. But there have been people in dark clothing that have been seen entering and leaving the castle at odd hours. It's very strange.
Anyone else hearing this? He just kind of gets close to like Nissa and Moonbrook.
Yes. It's concerning.
Maybe you're right. Full of surprises. I'll keep note.
Catowin seems concerned also.
Didn't we? We just left the speaker, all that stuff. Even dark clothing. Keeping mental tabs. I know I said sleep with one eye open, but may have to sleep lighter than we want to.
Good thing I sleep with both eyes open.
Good trade of being an elf.
The East Side Inn is just up ahead.
Right. Garrett,
Yes.
you need to be more careful. No more rushing into battles that you don't understand. You have someone that loves you back at your home. That should be your first priority and last priority. I have a strong feeling, call it intuition, that things are going to not get any better anytime soon. Better enjoy your days while they last. Especially since, no offense, you don't get much to begin with as a human.
I'll keep that in mind.
Aye.
Open up the door. And all of you can hear the voice, a familiar voice.
So, like Cheppy
And
was
another-
saying, she kind of just woke up and
Wait a
then
minute.
she had
Cheppy?
magical powers
Is
and
that Chappie? Chappie! And
Chappie!
Teriel just kind of busts in the room and he grabs her and he holds her. What the? What? Oh my
But
gosh!
Cheppy's still hurt. Cheppy's hurting.
Just shut
Yours
up!
going so hard.
I mean, just and he kind of looks around, surprised, like I was worried that you were getting enough nutrition. You look pale and you haven't had a drink, and I was. The hair was off. The hair was off. It didn't look right. You know, I know hair.
Chappie,
How the hell
I
did
look
you get
at
here?
Moonbrook and I'm just like, she's here.
Cheppy is just looking up at Teriel, and she has the biggest smile on her face right now, and she just like winks at him.
I was worried about you too.
How did you get here?
Well then,
Well,
Where's
Cheppy,
Leoric?
Cheppy
yes, where's
doesn't.
Leoric? He like goes around. He's like looking in rooms. Where is he?
Cheppy doesn't know where Leoric is. We got separated.
He's still out there.
Oh.
Cheppy's paid this man to help us look for him.
Oh.
Excuse me. My manners. Who?
Yes, Chappie, why don't you introduce us?
Yes. Who is this?
Friends?
She just looks up at him again, and she thinks really hard for his name, and she just looks back and says,
Other friend. Other friend saved Cheppy out in the cold.
Other friend. It's a strange name, but these are strange times. Other friend. I'm Teriel, and I appreciate you finding my comrade here. And
Of course, it's no problem. My name is Saladash.
it's Sala.
Thank you, Saladash.
You're welcome.
Chippy's just smiling at the group while holding her hand.
Saladash, you say?
Saladash, yes.
I just kind
Right.
of like nudge Teriel a little.
It sounded kind of elven almost. I knew a Valadash before. I just. So
Your
thank you.
hand, Cheppy.
What happened?
Cheppy's got her hand all cold. Frostbite, my friend said. Cheppy was, in the cold with Thrak and Frog, and Cheppy honestly thought we were gonna die, and
Is
she
Frog-
kept.
Are Thrak and Frog alive?
You would have.
Frog is.
You probably didn't recognize Thrak, but Thrak was outside. You just thought it was another Axebeak.
Thrak is outside, and
She like moves her hair around and
there he is. Frog's in here.
I so happy that you're okay. Nissa, well, you know, I'm very weary. Who is there an innkeeper here that we can talk to get a room?
We would love some rooms.
Absolutely.
Marta! Cheppy's friends are here!
Marta?
You see a teenage human woman start to walk in.
Oh, hello there.
Hi. I would love a room. Maybe a couple rooms? Yes? Yes, a couple of rooms.
We only have one room available for the night. Tonight is.
Cheppy already has a room. You guys can bunk with Cheppy.
Terry like runs in this. He's like, I would love to, settle in, and I'll come right back down, and take in. He looks at. Is that a fire? Yes.
We're not allowed to have a fire.
Right. The yeah.
We will just share the room. Where is the room? Can we go there now?
Yes, it will
We
be
just forgot.
one
We
gold
just became
piece for
friends
the
again,
night.
and you
Yeah, I
don't want to
don't-
have a drink.
I don't think we
Cheppy.
all need to go. I can pick our
go.
stuff up.
I'll go. I'll take everyone's things and come back down.
that's a
and
great
I take
idea.
Moonbrook's pack, just trusting her to hand it to me because I need to get to the room.
Are there chairs around
Yes.
or anything?
Yeah, there's a
So
small hearth with
Okay.
probably like some really I think really basic sort of wooden furniture, some wooden chairs, with some furs that are just kind of draped along the back.
Which way is the
Are
room?
these close to everybody? I'm sorry.
Marta says, "Oh, I'll show you to your room," and she starts to walk you over to the room. It's probably just through a doorway, and just down like a hall. You can see the place probably has maybe 5 or 6 rooms in it, something along those lines.
I just follow her out to the room.
Sure.
So, your name is Teriel?
Yes, Teriel.
What was your name?
And he points to you, Moonbrook.
Oh, I'm Moonbrook, and yeah, of course, you know Cheppy.
Yes. I've had some time to get to know Cheppy, and you, sir? My name is Garrett. Garrett.
And you?
I'm Perry Lou.
Very Lou. Have you been to Tourmaline before? I've been here before, yes. Once with my husband.
I've been here a few times. Yes.
Ah, so you've probably stayed here at the east side before. That's good. As I'm sure you're aware, tonight is the sacrifice. You know how to proceed?
No. Proceed. I thought we just weren't supposed to make
No fires tonight.
Yes.
Right.
Everyone must use their energy to pray to Oriel that
Wait,
she
excuse
does
me.
not
Pray
cast
to
us
her.
further into eternal winter.
Cheppy's okay with no more fires. Or no more winters, I mean. Cheppy wants fire, not snow.
Everyone must give up something. They must sacrifice so that we don't draw Oriel's wrath. Icewind Dale is already difficult. Especially the last 2 years. We don't need to make it any worse.
Right. Absolutely correct. Yeah, they're not from here, so we will definitely guide them.
Yes, that is what Cheppy said.
Oh, really? So, Cheppy, what all did you say? So we don't repeat stuff. And he kind of
Well-
like gives a really stern look at Cheppy.
Cheppy was out in the snowlands because Cheppy's trying to find out about magics, and Cheppy got lost with her friends out in the snow, and then Savior came and found Cheppy, and Cheppy's now here. And Cheppy talks to Frog.
Oh, so you didn't tell him anything about Leoric or the group?
Oh no, Cheppy paid him 9 gold, 8 gold to try to help me find you. and Leoric.
Oh.
8 gold.
That seems reasonable.
Sure, it's your gold.
Chubby also found out that this man owns this bar. He's also had some thievery issues recently.
Thievery issues recently.
I'm feeling tired. I think we should retreat to...
What kind of thievery issues? Maybe we can help with something. So to show our... Oh, actually, never mind. She paid you 8 gold. I guess that's enough then. Never mind.
That's thievery in itself.
Yeah, but I mean, well, I hope you found what you're looking for.
Yes, I've been looking for it for some time.
Yeah, how long?
What did it look like again, by the way?
Must be really important.
He told Chubby that it was some type of gem. Chubby doesn't really know. We were just talking about it, and then Chubby cut him off. What does your little gem look like? Maybe Chubby.
Well,
A gem.
It's an orange gem, about, well, if you draw your fingers and your finger and thumb together, about that big. About the size of a gold piece.
So it's like something that you put in your pocket, maybe, or
Yes.
oh. I've seen a lot of gems in my time. Is there something special about this gem, just in case we find it?
Well, it was important to me.
Is it magic infused, sentient item? A link?
A persuasion check.
Normal.
Normal.
And I have good persuasion. Damn.
He says, let's just say that it's very important to me.
Of course.
I've been looking for it for, well, about a year or so.
It must be important if you were looking that long.
It's probably been sold by now.
Yeah, it's probably long gone. Long gone.
Well, if you see anything resembling the gem, I might be very interested in its return.
Chubby will definitely keep an eye out. But if Chubby finds it, she wants some gold back.
Do you happen to know who? You said it was stolen, right?
Well, I'm not sure entirely. I have some suspicions, but it did go missing rather abruptly.
Or maybe you misplaced it?
I don't think
Yeah,
so. It's rather
I
important
lose things
to
all
me.
the time.
Oh. Okay.
Chippy
Well?
starts looking around, and she looks at Teriel, then she looks at Moonbrook, and then she looks at where Nissa was sitting, and then at Garrett and
So,
good ol'
Chubby, let me see your hands. Let me check on your hands and just holds his hand
Je-
out. Come here.
What?
Here there.
Teriel, you can make a medicine check.
They hurt really bad. Chubby can't really feel anything in them. Chubby doesn't even know if she... Well, Chubby can make magics from it still.
So, with the 12, I think you can determine that she has some pretty bad frostbite in her fingers. There is a chance that she could lose them.
Question out of character. Is there anything I can... Alright, this is the only reason why I'm asking, because I know healing spells have different properties, can do different things. I have a healing spell. I want to know if it can work.
Which
was thinking
healing
about,
spell are you thinking about?
Lay on hands. I just know it's a powerful healing spell. So I was just...
So lay on hands can do a few different things. Specifically, it can cure diseases and poisons, I believe. But it's probably not going to be able to help you here.
Okay. Cheppy, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all.
Tell Cheppy about it. She doesn't really know how long she was out there, but I kept casting my magics to try to get somebody's attention, so my hand had to be outside. It was really cold.
I don't know if there's anything I can do to fix this. Is there any clerics or healers or anything about in this town? Celadash.
None that I'm aware of.
We just have to find Leoric, and maybe Leoric can save Cheppy's hand.
I don't know if we have time for that. It doesn't look good at all. You know, there's discoloration here. Even for a phase. Do you even feel anything? It is dreadfully cold still.
Cheppy just feels in her hand and her arm, but these pieces Cheppy doesn't feel at all.
Don't touch him.
But they don't hurt, so it doesn't... Cheppy doesn't think they're gonna get any worse, but if there's nobody here to heal them, then we just kind of have to wait.
We switch scenes into the room where Marta and Nissa and Catuin have been led. Marta sort of opens the door.
Right in here. You can stay for the night. I'm sorry it's not very big. I don't know how many of you are trying to stay inside this one room, but it'll be fairly uncomfortable.
It will be sufficient for tonight, especially with the sacrifice. Thank you.
You're
I'll
welcome.
just drop my things, take a moment, and then I'll meet the others back up there.
All right. Well, we do have food and drink if you are interested.
Thank you.
We get chowder fresh from the Blue Clam.
Oh, we were there earlier. We had some. It was quite delicious.
Oh, where are you now? Well,
Thank you.
excuse me.
She closes the door.
And I just dump the bags on whatever floor bedding there is, and I dump out Catuin. Are you all right?
Right. Well, Catuin's gonna be running around, looking for windows, not getting up in them, but cracks, anything where someone could look in.
Yeah, there's a window that's probably higher up. It's not really made for opening.
Are there any curtains on there or anything like that?
Yeah, there probably would be.
All right. So
if he makes any kind of motion towards them, I'd probably be like, all right, just change back already. Shh, be quiet. She might still be in the hallway, you doofus.
I've never held it for that long.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, you guys are just having a conversation. Oh my god.
I mean, we found Cheppy. Okay, that's really good.
Yeah, I heard. I tried to look out, but Salad Dash is out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Of all the places you guys could have. I mean, I don't
know if there's even another inn here. It's not like you gave us a ton of information before we came.
I couldn't do anything. What could I do?
Yes. So just, are you all right?
No, not at all. I'm not at all. Oh, okay. Like I said, I've never held this shape for that long. I'm just a little tired. I just need to sit down.
You managed well.
Yeah. Well, thank you for holding me. I appreciate that. And thanks for the meat. That was I don't know if you know this, but as a cat, it hits you really fast. It was pretty great. Oh. You can you know, they're gonna expect you. It's with the sacrifice, they're going to expect you to be warm. I'm going to be fine. Just go ahead and head back. I'll be okay.
Just stay here. Stay quiet. You've had food. Just try to snuggle in the things that in the packs, the blankets that we have. Will come soon enough.
Okay.
Just don't be obvious. Hide if someone opens the door.
Oh no, I'm going to be right next to the bed. I'm going to crawl it under it, and I just don't worry. I'll be listening.
Okay.
I'll be waiting.
All right, just stay quiet. You'll be all right. You did well. I can't believe I'm helping you, but you've proven yourself useful.
Look, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I don't know how to repay you. I don't. I mean, listen, I don't do this, but I'm willing to give you some gold over it. Okay, so like you keeping me alive right now. So I just really appreciate it.
If I need it, I will ask. But
okay,
you've helped both me and Moonbrook, and I appreciate that too. Just stay quiet.
I will.
Okay,
I will. It's fine.
Don't make me come back here.
No, I'm not going to. It's okay. Go. I'm okay.
I just open the door and kind of like look around at the hallway, exit out, and close
Looks
it
all
behind
clear.
me.
Door closes behind. Rhey. Nissa leaves. You see you kind of looking at the door as it closes. You've been trying to avoid Celadash for some time now.
Yeah, it's been probably, we've been on this trip for maybe what, a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe at most. We've been on this trip.
Week and a half.
So I was bouncing around Brinchander probably for the past week before that, finding all the little places that I knew that I could hide myself away. And I knew Moonbrook was coming, and I figured that was my one way out. Like, no one would most likely jump me if I was with her and with the Dragonborn. So I was just biding my time and waiting.
When was the last time you saw the gem?
So I actually held on to the gem for a while. I think I must have sold it. It was really only a couple months ago. The problem is, even as someone like me knowing places to go, I was having a hard time finding someone that I thought would be safe to sell it. So I just had it. I kept it with me, just in a pack.
Where did you
tucked
sell
away. I sold it in Brinchander. And that's the thing. I was specifically in Brinchander for a reason. I found somebody that I thought was trustworthy, showed it to them, their eyes got wide, and sold it really fast. I was just happy to get the money.
Well, everyone makes decisions that they regret.
Yeah?
We'll see if this is one of those.
Yeah.
We switch scenes back to the group as Nissa returns.
In your hands, we have to wrap them. I don't know if we have any solvers or
Chubby's
anything.
been putting them in warm water for now. They told me it was gonna help.
And we need to get circulation back into the tips of it. And Anissa.
I dropped the things off.
Oh,
Our room
how's
is
the room?
small, but adequate.
Good.
For
Oh, you
tonight,
got it.
especially.
Yeah, no, the smaller the room, the better. We'll trap the heat in.
I was
There
a
were
little
some
worried. I heard.
curtains on a window. It should be good enough.
Oh. Is everything okay? Because there was a
He's
loud
pretty tired.
bump or something.
It was fine. Everything is fine.
Good.
They do have food here if we're hungry.
Yes,
The
they do.
lovely innkeeper.
Make sure to eat up. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to need to head back home for the night. You understand, with the sacrifice coming up, and then perhaps I can assist in finding your other friend there, Cheppy.
That'd be great. Chubby would really appreciate that.
Thank you for your help with Peppy here.
Of course. Good night.
Good night.
Celaddash
Really nice man.
begins to walk off.
Great man. Saved Chubby's life.
Right, Chubby. You said you're tired, right? Like,
Yeah, Chubby's been up for a very long time.
what? How much longer do we have until the ceremony or the sacrifice?
Moonbrook, you look outside. You can start to see the moon, and you would guess that there's probably only maybe 10-15 minutes left.
Oh, we should probably get into the room. It's about that time.
Oh, I thought we were gonna eat.
We ate already.
Food
What
would-
happened to Rhey?
Yeah, you did eat at the tavern.
Oh, I did. And he looks at Perilou.
Perry Lou's like,
I just kind of nudged Cheppy and I'm like, he's fine.
You're
Yeah,
losing
yeah,
to
no,
Perilou?
Let's go to the bed. Let's go to
Yeah.
the room.
Come on.
You know, Perilou, elves are not opposed to eating halflings.
Teriel,
I'm just joking. I mean, do I look like I'll eat her? It's too thin.
if anyone is eating anyone else, it would be me.
Okay, then we can
Can we-
share.
I mean, you don't think that cannibalism is like something to joke
It's
about?
a joke, Perilou. All right. Well, let's bundle up.
Perry
He
Lou's
looks-
just looking around a bit wide-eyed.
Poor thing has been through enough.
Chubby wants to sleep on the bed.
That's fine, Chubby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Teriel looks back at the chairs and the furs. Well, she paid 8 gold. And he like picks it up and takes it with him.
Chubby's gonna need those. Chubby also asked for extra blankies in the room.
Yeah, we can always put them back. I mean,
So
you
you've
know,
got 2 rooms, technically. If you paid for another one, there was one other room besides Chappie's.
Oh, I thought there was something. Okay.
How much is the other room?
Would have been 1 gold piece
Yeah.
for the night.
I guess I would pay
we-
for it if I asked for it. I did ask for it in the beginning, so. Okay.
So who's staying with who? Garrett and Perry Lou kind of look up.
Well, I can pay for Perry Loon myself.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. You should. Yeah, you should be comfortable. Been through a lot.
Chubby's okay with
Well,
sleeping with
more than-
anybody as
more
long
than
as she
fine.
gets to sleep on a bed.
Honestly, the more of us in one space, the better. The warmer we'll all be.
I don't know. You did say it was a small room. There's a lot of us here.
No, trust me.
Okay.
It's fine, Moonbrook and Cheppy. Perhaps you'll come to the room I put our things in,
Yeah.
and Teriel can go with.
Teriel said he'd come with us. You have to. It's gonna be cold.
Do we want to leave Gareth and Perilou alone?
Do they think it's a good idea to come with us? If they do, they can come stay in the same room.
We don't mind sharing a room if the sacrifice is warmth. I think it would be better if we are able to split the rooms evenly.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Then I guess I'll take.
There are 7 of us.
All right, fine. I'll take these furs with me. And go somewhere.
Teriel, before
yes.
you go, look out the window.
Look out the window. Okay.
No, I mean when it's time. cut the window. Yeah?
All right. How do I know when it's time?
You'll know. It'll get colder.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you be safe and stay warm.
Don't eat the nice Perilou, please.
So
Keep her warm.
who is staying with whom?
I guess Teriel's going with Garrett and Perry Lou, and I guess we have room for... That's it, I guess, right?
Do you want to do the men and the women separately? Do you want to do... how do you want to do it?
No
we can't
one's
do that
supposed
because
to-
there's...
Yeah. No one's supposed to know about the other one.
Yeah,
so
We got
I
Rhey
would,
with us. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say we'll take Cheppy with us and we'll tell her once we get there.
Okay, so Teriel, Garrett, and Perry Lou are staying together, and Rhey, Cheppy, Nissa, and Moonbrook.
Yes.
Okay.
And I just took all the extra furs with me, because those are coming with me.
Okay. So, Teriel, you and Garrett and Perry Lou walk into the room. Rhey is in there. Rhey, what are you doing inside the room here? As the door
I knock
opens.
on the door really loudly before I I kind of walk ahead and just knock really loudly.
On our room?
I'm under the bed. I probably heard the footsteps, so I'm literally just looking out. Just, I
Whose
don't know if
room
I
are
can
we
see the
going
door
to
from
right
there.
now?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I thought he said
I thought
Garrett's room, so...
Well, yeah, this is Teriel, Garrett, and Perry Lou
Oh, okay.
going
okay.
to Ray's room. That's why I was checking to see where everybody was staying.
Oh,
Okay,
I thought Rhey was staying with us.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He is. My bad.
Oh,
I
yeah,
screwed up.
sorry.
Yeah, I screwed up. So, Teriel, you, Garrett, and Perry Lou go into your rooms. Go into your room, and it's very sparse. There's a blanket on the bed. There's probably like a wash basin, like just a bowl of water that's there, and the room's pretty small. Yeah, it's like the equivalent of a twin bed basically. And the room isn't much larger than the bed. It's probably like a chair.
Well, this is a room, huh? Well, I would believe one of you, or maybe both of you, should take the bed, and I'll set up like a little...
Well, I can sleep on the floor. That's fine.
Okay, so Perry Lou, you want to take the bed?
If you don't mind.
No? Have at it. I'm going to be right here, right next to both of you. Now, I don't know if you know much about elves, but we don't need to sleep as long, and we tend to go in a trance, so to speak, and I'll be fine. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye out and see what this whole sacrifice thing is about. You guys get warm, and we're going to it's just like pulling all the blankets and stuff together in the furs.
You would have had, we'll say, 2 furs, and there's one blanket on the bed. Yeah,
my pullover. Okay. Well, all right. Normally I don't like getting this close, and I'm gonna. So he's gonna take off the major pieces of his armor.
We can sleep. We can sleep back to back if you're more comfortable with that.
Well, sure. I just don't want to disturb you when I get up. I tend to not lay down. If you know what I mean. I tend to sit up.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, you are an elf.
Yeah. So you...
Do you want to sit in the chair then? Is that better for you?
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I just never been through this before, so I'm a little... If I get too cold, then I might maneuver myself somewhere, but I just want to make sure we're all equally warm. Here, you have...
There's probably enough
furs.
room for you on the bed if you want to share the bed. We can sleep back to back, Garrett.
Well, if there's room, that would be fine. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, I'll make sure everybody's warm. I'll be up for a while since I only need half of what you sleep normally. So, and he looks at the wash basin. He's like, that is probably not going to be a good idea. So he kind of takes off bits of his armor just to get comfortable. Not everything, like this pauldrons and his gauntlets, maybe his platelets on his legs, and he just wraps himself in furs and pulls his hood over. All right, get to sleep, you two.
Yes, we'll try.
He just keeps eyeing the basin. The sacrifice doesn't hurry up. I might have to sacrifice something else. Get in that water. Dreadfully awful smells and cold weather. Why did I come here in the first place? Oh yeah, I know why. Just kind of like peeking out. Are there shades or anything, curtains or anything on the windows?
There are, yeah. The windows are small. They're not really meant to be open.
When does it start? Temperature is kind of dropping.
You can hear the wind sort of picking up a bit outside. There's some snow that just kind of kicks up from the resting places around the inn. Blows up. See little mini snowstorms just kind of fly past the window.
He kind of like gets close and blows his breath on the window, wipes it.
You can
and
see
looks up.
a fresh rime on the window, the ice crystals forming where your breath blew.
Definitely getting cold out there. Maybe they were right. If I went out there, wouldn't have been nice. I'm supposed to look up.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh dear.
When you look outside, you can see the aurora of dancing lights. Fading at first, but there is a hint of something in the air. There is... You think it almost looks as if the sky itself crackles like ice. There is frost moving through the air. Some sort of giant bird of some kind. It's so far away, but you have very good vision. Ariel, you are a sun elf. There is someone on the back of this creature.
Oh, Vandria. What on earth is unleashed in this land?
Make a religion check for me. Frostmaiden. The Frostmaiden.
Frostmaiden. Is this who they're talking about? The goddess that they pray to? Vandra, there will be no praying to this tonight. Can I do a divine sense?
I think you would realize that she is too far away for anything to be sensed if you were trying to sense her.
Damns. Is she evil? Is this the one that I need to vanquish? Is this where my ultimate... No way. To kill a goddess. It's funny to think about. Guess I should be careful. Andrea, protect me from the thoughts of being invaded by this.
Can you not feel it? Can you not feel their pain? She is winter. Cold and cruel.
She's killed many.
She has killed your people before. Our people.
Our people? From our own? House Vaishan has something to do with this? The fall of my people? The corrupt that's... No.
She kills indiscriminately. She is the cold. She is the winter.
Then I need the power. I have to seek it out. I have to unleash our vengeance upon this evil.
Go, my paladin.
Oath sworn. Inalik looks up at her. There will be no praying to you tonight, you...
Seek vengeance for them.
Ultimate vengeance. To bring about order. I must find that power. The Charlatan is the only way to take out a god. I have to search deep within. I have to resume training. I have to train my mind to be able to pull this sentient item, wield it, forge it, and use it in your name, Vandria. I need your strength more than ever. I have to find a higher divine. It told me to sacrifice those closest to me. That they are a distraction. My people are corrupt. But I have to save them. Restore my house. Slay anyone in my way. And right now, she's in the way.
And that is where we're going to end the episode tonight.
Wow.
That was good.
Hello.
I'm glad you looked out the window, man.
Yeah,
right.
real glad. That was fucking sweet.
What? Oh my god.
So, we're going to go around the room and we're going to do some shout outs and things. But first and foremost, Myth, I saw you in chat earlier. I don't know if you're still around, but we miss you. And we all hope that you're, feeling well. And we hope that you get well soon and your family's okay. And everybody gets well soon there too. So big hearts to Myth. Please, can we get some hearts in the chat for Myth? Much love to you, buddy. Missed you. And we hope you feel better soon. And yeah, hell of a session. Great job, everybody. We're going to go around the room. We're going to do some shout outs. And I just want to say thank you so much to chat for being here. We appreciate you as well. Thanks for the love and the support. We're always glad to see new people in here. We're always glad to see our regulars and the lurkers. We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much to my wonderful cast. Thank you to Aaron. Thank you, Tech. Thank you, Tess. Thank you, Wish. Thank you, Proxy, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. We're going to do some shout outs. Everybody can head on over to tablestory.tv/Rime, Rime. If you want to go follow the people in all the places. And make sure you're following us here on Table Story as well, twitch.tv/TableStory. We're Table Story on YouTube, and we have a Discord that's really active, and we have a lot of people that are looking for games. We have people that want to chat about episodes, and they're all really, really great. They use spoiler tags and stuff for shows so that you don't get spoiled on shows, so make sure you check that out as well. It's just tablestory.tv/Discord if you want the quick link. Otherwise, let's go around the room. Let's do some shout-outs. Aaron, why don't you start us off this time?
Oh, all right. Hello, everybody. My name's Aaron Black. I was your, I guess, resident cat in a sack.
To win.
And I have to, I'm just going to pat myself in the back. I did this in 3 days. And
so good, man.
I usually,
to
rush this was something else. I was a little concerned that I wasn't going to be able to get it done in time, but it came out all right.
Amazing.
We'll consider masks for the other things as we go. Because
you just set yourself up, bro.
Yeah, Aaron has he's playing a druid. He's got multiple animals to switch into. He has just resigned himself into so much work.
So
He's a paladin, that's an oath.
I considered making just a little like topper, you know, and I've got like LEDs that I could light up and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but would that really be? Yeah, fuck. So
You could make ones of your favorites, some of your favorite things you've transformed into. Then if you're at something you frequently go, you could use those. That'd be sweet.
It's gonna take a while, so don't expect it every time I turn, because I definitely want to give all of them the care that they deserve. So
you can also do like a half mask kind of thing,
just
so you
like
can
to
still...
here. Yeah, which is great until I do the axe beak, which is a big fucking axe beak.
I want to see that.
Me too.
I've been drawing up the. It doesn't matter. Well, it'll take time, but I'm figuring it out. But yeah, my name's Aaron Black. I'm an author. I wrote a book called Firewall Down. It's a cyberpunk detective mystery. If you want to know more about that, you can follow me on Twitter under Aaron B. Writes. But other than that, I had a blast. I mean, I know it was silly because I was blacked out the whole time. It was great. I just sat and watched you guys do shit. It was kind of just like really comforting and fun to watch you guys. Like, yeah, I meowed every now and then, but other than that, it was fucking great. So just a round of applause to all these guys, because it's just a joy to watch, just to be a part of it and watch. So, yeah, thank you. It's me.
Thank you, buddy. Tech, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Technique. Terriel's feeling the love in the chat. Going from hating Terriel to loving it. I wonder what the next mood is going to be. Yeah, I told you guys, lots of layers. He is not perfect.
That's our little onion.
Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely enjoying my character a lot. I put a lot of work into lots of research. God, I could probably tell you, I probably almost speak in Elven now. Like how much work I've been looking up on things. I throw little Easter eggs in there. It's up to you guys to hear it. I'm not going to repeat them unless they repeat in the story. I'm very, very much into keeping things authentic and not metagame at all. And it's just an ode to Whack because I almost spoiled this whole campaign. So I thought it would be nice to just kind of stick with it. And I'm loving it. This cast is incredible. It doesn't even feel like I'm me. It feels like I'm Terriel, and I see myself as an elf. I see everything. Like, I literally see everything. I saw the window, the inn, Salad Ass, as we now named him.
Salad Ass.
Cheppy,
I'm
all of it. Yeah, I've seen all of it. And when Terriel ran up and hugged Cheppy, it was actually Cheppy. I have a very vivid imagination, and I listen to a lot of audiobooks and the Forgotten Realm books, and I see it all. And it's honestly the best place to be, especially when things are weird. So I invite you guys to have as a vivid imagination and love these characters, because they come from our soul. They don't just pop on paper. And I appreciate everyone being here and supporting the cast. And Whack, you're insane. dude, insane, absolutely insane. And I'm here for the long ride. So, yay to more stories and more events to happen with Rime and Frostmaiden, and hopefully in the future, yay to more D&D with me. As I explore different characters. And yeah, if you want to find me, it's twitch.tv/ I was about to say Terrio. Twitch.tv/ Technique, no U, no E, and also Technique TV, no U, no E, but the T and a V on Twitter. There you go.
Thank you, buddy. That's a good that'd be a funny alt account, is just to play Teriel on your.
Oh my God!
And just
please do
Teriel interacting with video games. You should have that. You should have that as a.
You really should.
You should have that as like a goal or something for your.
You know what? That's actually really smart. I might
goal.
do that. But also, when I play Baldur's Gate 3, Teriel will be played in the Baldur's Gate 3 with the voice and everything.
Great idea.
This is just, I mean, we need to like make it so we're in the same party and argue.
Yeah, we should do. Yeah, all of us should do.
Yes.
a Baldur's Gate 3 run. Yeah, we should totally do
Oh
it.
my God, please, yeah.
All the characters.
pretty fun.
Oh my God.
I'm so
I
down
believe in
for
March
that.
they're introducing Druid as well. So there you go. We gotta give Whack a character though. He'll be Garrett, the human.
Garrett the human.
I will play the Beholder.
There you go.
Oh shit.
The big ass.
Thank you. Proxy, why don't you go next?
Hello, I'm just putting on some lip balm. My lips are all chapped.
Because it's so damn cold out.
Yeah,
You're in a blizzard.
Fucking
Yeah.
blizzard.
I know. There's literally a blizzard happening here as well. Well, it's died down now, but hello,
That's
my
just
name is
how
Broxy.
into character you're getting.
100%. I was just outside, like rolling in the snow, just getting frostburn, like waiting for it. Like, yes, this is happening tonight.
Method actors.
I was so close to going out and saving you.
I know, that would have been intense. I just worry that, like, yeah. Can you guys imagine if you had gone out looking for me and I'm just in an inn, just eating some soup, just drinking some mead? Like,
perfect.
man, it's so warm in here. My name is Proxy. I currently am doing leather working on Twitch. I stream Monday to Thursday, and I am currently working on my small business. I am selling wallets and leather goods and stuff like that, and you can check out my Twitch channel if you want to watch those orders being made. And yeah, I also play on here, which is a lot of fun. I love playing Cheppy, and I love being with this party. There's love-hate relationships between all of us. Owing people money.
Look,
Jesus.
Gems.
Oh my God. It was so hard to counter.
The hard part is like I had to be legit. Like Cheppy just, she doesn't know.
No.
So she's like, oh, I don't know about anything. And that I'm glad you caught the whole like me staring at the chairs, because she was gonna be like, oh, where's Rhey? Like,
I was like,
so
I'm
sad
dead. I'm
about
dead. I'm
that.
sorry.
I smelled it. I was like, betrayal.
So yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. Rime, you should definitely go check out everyone. If you haven't used your Twitch Prime here, you should do that first. If not, go check out everyone else in the cast. They're all amazing. And you should use your Twitch Primes or regular Primes on them. It'll really help support everybody. So yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Wish.
So it's your girl Wish here. I want to say thank you to all my friends. We miss you, by the way, Myth. It's not the same without you here. But today, man, what a good day. And I want to point out that Moonbrook didn't even yell at Teriel one time today.
Because Teriel cracked your ass. Like,
Whatever. Okay? Whatever. But no, today was fantastic, and I really enjoyed every minute of it. This week coming up, it's actually starting right after the stream. We're going to be playing some Eco, which is going to be really fun, and on a fresh server. Which if you guys want to play, I'll give you the details. And Baldur's Gate, because my saves got corrupted and we're redoing where Twitch chat picks everything, which turns out so well, and other than that, thank you so much for hanging out. Today was just great. I just can't wait for more stuff to come out. And there is little hints and nuggets that are placed everywhere between all of us, which is so good, and I just can't wait to they're put all together. But chat, you're doing really good at cracking them, so I love it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tess.
Boom, boom.
Everyone is so good.
Boom, boom.
Oh my god, that's so good. Okay, so first of all, just Whack, you're just, man, I don't have words for how awesome like the experience is as a player to literally have the scenes and the atmosphere painted for you, so you just like feel like
the
you're
characters that you just flow through.
Yeah, like
Garrett talked to Perry Lou, and you're like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and like we recognize every single person that you are, and every piece of music, and just every little like just feels like we're in a real place. Like it's like listening to an audiobook or reading a book, and the entire rest of the universe like melts away, and all your head and your brain and your vision is just what you're reading, except for players in it, and it's so freaking cool. And just like thank you.
Thank you so much.
And seriously, and that's helped along so massively by everybody, including Catoin's meows and techniques, just everything, and Moonbrook and Chappie. Oh my god, when you were cold and we were all just like sitting there, and Whack was describing how cold you were, and just like everything, we were just literally, I was shivering with you, and it was so cool. So
It was amazing. Yeah.
yeah, just go follow everybody and sub to Table Story, because Table Story is amazing, and Whack and PB and Brad and everybody that runs shows on it are amazing. And I also stream on my channel. I guarantee Saturdays. That's like the only day I can guarantee right now. But I try to stream all sorts of random things, and I'm obsessed with cats. And so it's really nice to have a Catoin.
Look, I can only hold that shape for so long. So
it's really hard to not love Rhey. I think Nissa tried really hard. I tried to have her try really hard to dislike him at first, because like, you know, kind of like dishonorable. What's the word?
He's a little
scoundrel.
shit. I mean, that's great, but he's a little
I just
shit.
want to say I had the most disturbing image of Rhey just turning back into Rhey and just like out of the bag in the middle of the inn, just like, oh, what the hell?
I did too. I was worried.
There's a time limit. There was a time limit, and I didn't want to say anything, but I was waiting for Wack to be like, "Your time's up," and be like, "Oh,
yeah, oh my god,
okay."
yes.
That's why I was like,
awkwardly.
you gotta go to the bathroom. You gotta go to the kitty use the litter box so you can go take care of business and recast.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
why I
love
was
that you
like, I need
think.
to get him to a room.
I love that you think there's a litter box in this. Like,
And it's fucking
no,
there.
you know,
Just
like
asking the
slip
cat.
out. You know what I mean? Just slip out and then go.
Just you know, I couldn't have. I don't think I might have had one left, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was pretty fucked there. So
it was just amazing. Today was amazing. Every time is amazing, and I'm always like, can we please have 3 more hours?
I know it's so hard.
It goes really quick, honestly.
Yeah,
We're technically over, and I'm like, fuck.
I know.
no, we're 40 minutes over.
Oh my god.
Whack, you have a question from new viewer, bro.
Oh, I do? What was the question?
Overcord, my bad. I was like scrolling. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Okay, what was the
It's
question?
all the way up. He says, here, I'll post it again. Oopsie.
How did you get all this together and get set up to run like this? Old 1E and AD&D player looking to get back into it via new media. So any advice is greatly appreciated. The site that I recommend is roll20.net. Which is where we do our virtual tabletop stuff. They have a lot of tutorials and things that you can watch to help you get started. Obviously, the kind of things that we do here on Table Story are like really, really advanced. I've personally, just me, spent over 11,000 hours on stuff for Roll20. So I've been doing this for a lot of time. Don't expect to just like do this right away. When I first started doing tabletop streams, all I did literally was ask on Twitter to just everybody was like, hey, does anybody play Pathfinder? And I've had a few people chime in and like, okay, let's make a game. Let's do it. That's all I did. And then I just kind of figured stuff out as I went, and that's how everything happened. Just a lot of learning and a lot of time. Don't expect to do this. The stuff that we do here. There's a lot of tutorials and stuff online. I highly recommend it. But you can check out the Discord. We have people that are looking for games. There's a looking for group channel there, so go check that out. Sorry.
It's amazing. Like, as a player looking to join a show, I personally never dreamed. Like, I started watching Table Story. I found it because of Pocket, who I followed like 7 years ago on Twitch when I first got on Twitch, and I was like, what is this? Oh my god. And then I don't even know how I ended up on a show. I just feel so lucky because like everybody involved is amazing. All of the players are amazing. Obviously the DMs are just mind-blowing. All of them are. Whack is unbelievable. PB and Brad are both incredible, and it's just like Domestic Dan runs a show also, right? Sometimes, and it's just like everybody's amazing, and the production value, like as a player, it just feels so immersive because of the music and the voices that the DMs do, and how everything is portrayed visually. Like, as a very visual person that plays way too many video games on a daily basis, this is incredible. And it's just so cool. Yeah, thank you for doing what you guys do.
So make sure you head on over to Tessachika's channel. Tessachika. Boom, boom. Go follow her, please. Thank you so much, Tess. I'm Wax Steven. I am the GM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure. We're 40 minutes late. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We appreciate you so much. Make sure you're following Table Story on all the places. We're also on Twitter at a Table Story on Twitter. And make sure you check out all the other Table Stories that we have. We've got a wonderful new show tomorrow. It's episode 2. So, if, it's pretty easy to catch up on, called the Cerebrum Project.
Oh my god.
PB runs that.
Amazing cast.
And
it's really good.
It's super, super great. And it's a psychological thriller. So it's pretty different from this show, but it's so good. So make sure you check it out. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. GMT. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Peace out. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.